Harley Elmore. Welcome to Panantukan Volume 2. Today we're going to cover some of the different training methods used in Panantukan. We're going to cover some focus mitt training, we're going to cover some glove training. In the old days they used el trapo, or they would take handkerchiefs and wrap around their hands, and the coach would hold a stick and they would punch the stick with uppercuts and overhands, and then he'd jab at them and they would parry and slip, and he'd swing at them and they would bob and weave, things like that. And those training methods are great if that's all you have. But they're a little outdated, and today we have things that are a little bit more effective. So this training method, or today we're going to cover today, is going to really concentrate on using the focus mitts for your guntings and your follow-up combinations, and then how to transfer that over to the glove drills, which should fit right into sparring. We shot Panantukan Volume 1. We got some great feedback from it, with people asking, well, how do I train that? How do I make that applicable? How do I put that in my sparring and make that work for me? So that's some of the stuff we're going to try and cover in this video. I believe that there's a progression. That is, you learn your material empty hand, you learn your targeting, because with gloves, guntings on the arms and stuff just don't have the same precision or near the same value. So when you're doing it empty hand, you need to learn exactly where to hit the biceps, the radial nerve, brachial nerves, tricep tendons, things like that. Then you go to focus mitts, and you're actually hitting targets with power now, and doing your follow-up combinations. And then from there we go into glove drills. And of course, when you got even a boxing glove, or even a bag glove, but much less a 16-ounce boxing glove, now your gunting and stuff like that doesn't have near the value when you hit the people in the arm. But it still allows you to work real speed, real time, real power on the guy, and hit his arms, do your guntings, and then go right into your boxing combinations, your follow-ups, tie-ups, and all that stuff. So it's a really nice progression to go from empty hand to focus mitt training to glove training. So that's the stuff we're going to be covering in today's video. Okay, now we're going to start off with some of the most basic feeds for focus mitt training for people who haven't really done much focus mitt training. And the value behind focus mitt training, as opposed to just heavy bag work, is you get interactive feedback from your partners. So you can work your offense and your defense, which is invaluable. And you can learn how to put those together with the right timing and the right speed, the right distance. Also, the feeder of the focus mitts would normally be moving around and circling and things like that, so that he's constantly judging his distance and his range. And they wouldn't necessarily be preset like we have today. So he may be working on just one option off the jab, just one option off the cross, one option off the hook, and various other feeds. And he may always return jab, cross, hook. It may be preset. Or it can be, okay, here are the 3 feeds, here are the 3 returns. Here's what you're going to hit me back with. So there's a wide variety of different training methods that you can use to put these together. What we're just going to cover right now is just some of the most basic feeds, so that you can see how to hold the focus mitts and stuff. Later on in the video, it's going to get more complex, and there'll be a wider variety of feeds and feed holds. But if you get these basic ones down and you watch the video clips later on, you'll see how we hold the focus mitts, when it's appropriate, when you can't, when there's a time, because there's sometimes where you just can't hold the focus mitt because he'd actually be punching and you have one hand trapped, so there's no way you can do anything. And you'll have to actually manipulate around it. Be careful, real slow, go when you change partners, or when you change from one feed to the next, and then you can keep on hitting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we start off with just the jab. Okay, so he's going to hold up just the left focus mitt. Chad's going to step in and jab. Okay, go ahead and go. Okay, the next one's the cross. Holds up the right focus mitt. Next one's a hook. He holds this one right here in the middle. It's important that he not hold this hook way over here out of the way. Okay, that's a very common mistake. He has to hold that focus mitt in a straight line between him and his opponent. That way, go ahead. That way he gets power. Go ahead, do it. Good. The idea there, when you're holding your focus mitt, you hold the focus mitt over your left shoulder for your jab and over your right shoulder for your cross, and in the center for your hook. Basically, what those mean, what those represent, are how much your head moves when you shift your body from one side to the other in your punch. So holding it way out here would actually be more like holding it for 2 opponents. So you really want it very tight, a nice tight feed. Also gives the coach more stability, doesn't tear at his shoulders or hurt his elbows, and gives this guy more satisfaction because he's actually hitting the focus mitts with more power. Okay, so now we're going to go to the jab, cross, hook. Okay, so jab, cross, hook. That's one way. Now some people like to hold both focus mitts up and jab, cross this one and hook this one. So do that one again. Okay, so that's jab, cross, hook. Now the next is cross, hook, cross. So we go from here, cross, hook, cross. Now, it's very important. I realize these are the most basics of boxing feeds, but it's very important for Chad to have his left hand on his face when he throws his cross. If he doesn't, it's called leading with your chin. If he, go back. If he has his hand down here and he turns, the first thing that happens is his chin's exposed. So that's how you get knocked out. So you got to keep your left hand up. Same thing when you turn for your left hook. Okay, your right hand has to be up on your cheek, and as you turn, the first thing that happens it turns is your body and your cover. If you have your hand down like this, when you turn, you expose your chin. That's called leading with your chin. Bad form. It's a good way to get a nap. Okay, so let's do it again. So we start with cross, hook, cross, cross, hook, cross. Now we go from there. As simple as that is, when he throws the cross, it loads up, and he needs to cross when he crosses. Go ahead. When he crosses, he turns his whole body. Rear heel flares out, whole body turns into it. When he hooks, same thing. Lead heel flares out, whole body turns into it. Cross, same thing. Okay, do it again. Fast. That's how you get that kind of power. Now, same thing on your hook cross hook combination. Okay, first he's going to turn his right shoulder forward and load his hook. Then go hook, cross, hook. Again, notice the body mechanics, the turning. Go ahead. And the feet flaring out. That's where the hip rotation comes in, where you get all your power. Okay, now we go 1-2 uppercut or jab, cross, uppercut. Again. Good, one more time. The uppercut needs to come in a straight line up. Okay. From there we go 1-2 body hook. The feed for this is jab, cross, and he puts the focus mitt right on the side of his body there. If you got a really hard hitter, if you're really going for power, you might not want to do that. You might just hold it off to the side or something like that. Or you can put on body armor and let them hit that and the focus mitt. Okay. From there we go 1-2 double hook. So jab, cross, high, low hook, high hook. One more time. Jab, cross, low hook, high hook. Now it's very important that when you're punching, that your hand never be punching higher or lower than your own shoulder. The reason is because this is the plane of power. For those of you guys who've lifted weights, when you bench press, if you bench press up over your head like this, it's not near as powerful. And if you bench press below your chest, it's not near as powerful. The power plane for a bench press is straight out. So whenever you're punching, that's exactly the same power line that you need for your punches. So again, if you punch higher or punch low, it's just not as powerful. So when he does his body hook, so one more time, jab, cross, and he does his first one, he's way down there and then loads back up for that high hook. Okay, again, real slow. 1, 2, freeze. That down there. See where he's at? That's body hook again. That's what we're looking for right there. Okay. Now your hand can be turned flat. It can be turned palm up slightly, like so. Okay, and it can be flat, and then comes back up for the high hook. Good. Okay. Now from there we go to the groin slap. The feed for the groin slap is just put it on the inside of the thigh. It's like that, and of course that's going to happen in a lot of different feeds later on. Okay. The next one is overhand. He tilts it over, comes in with an overhand. Again, making sure to keep his hand up, not lead with his chin. Okay. From there we go to kicks, some of the basic kicks that we're going to be covering today. Stomp kicks. You have stomp low and you have stomp medium, which can be on the hip. Okay. From there you have round kicks, lead leg round kick low, lead leg round kick high, medium, and then high. Okay. And then you have rear leg. You just put it on the outside of your thigh, up on your ribs, and then hold it up over your head. Just like that. And the reason we do that as opposed to holding it out there is because by putting it on his leg, Chad is actually learning the correct distancing. So he's not looking at the focus mitt, thinking about the focus mitt, because if he holds it out like this, he has to think of the focus mitt and he gets an incorrect distance. By putting it on him, he actually is going to get the correct distancing. So now he doesn't even look at the focus mitt. He looks at Danny's chest where he always is looking, and he hits the round kick and would actually hit the correct target, which is the leg. Same thing, ribs or head. So you want the focus mitts to be as closely representative of the correct distance, the correct target as possible. Okay, so then the last kick we'll do is just inverted round kicks or sangats. It comes on the inside of the thigh and the ribs. And that can also go much higher. It could go to the face or the neck. That could be to the groin, a wide variety of targets. From there we go to simple defenses. We have parry the jab. And again, when you parry, you move your body. It's almost like a slip with your hand helping, because you wouldn't want to rely on just your hand. So parry the outside of the jab, parry the outside of the cross. Again, moving your body as well. Slip, one more time. There you go. Now we'll slip the jab, Now he actually turns his left shoulder forward to slip the jab and leans forward underneath the punch. Very important. You can't lean back away from the jab. If you lean back away from the jab, all you do is pull your head back out of your guard. See, even if you're crouched down like this, when you lean back, you pull your head back out of your guard and you line yourself right up for the cross. So actually what you want to do is slip forward and underneath the jab. Same thing, slip forward and underneath the cross, just like that. And that can be just as simple as shifting your shoulders. Okay? From there we go to cover against the hook. Good. Now when you cover, you want to keep your elbow pointed right at the feeder. Okay? Don't open your elbow up like this, because although that's a tendency to hopefully dissipate some of the energy, thinking, man, if I block that a little bit further away from my head, it won't hurt so bad. But all it does is open this line up for you to get hooked down the center. So you have to make sure when you cover, which is just like combing your hair, for those of you guys who still have some, you're just going to go like this and comb your hair back, grab the back of your neck and cover your ear, tuck your shoulder down behind your chin down behind your shoulder, keep your other hand up. Point the elbow right at the bad guy. That makes a very narrow window for him to be able to hit you effectively with a hook. Also gets you in a position where later on you can hit back and tie up and stuff. Okay, so one more time to cover the hook. Okay, from there we have bob and weave the hook. Okay, now when he's bob and weaving, notice he doesn't just duck. Okay, he actually going to roll under and roll away. Exactly, and later on we'll exaggerate with add footwork and stuff like that. But right now we're just going to do a basic bob and weave. Guru Chad's going to keep his eyes on the sternum or the chest of his feeder. One more time. It's important to keep your eyes, guys, relax a second. It's important to keep your eyes on the guy's chest, because that allows you to see everything. And if your fighting posture doesn't allow you to do that, in other words, your hands are up here in the way or something like that, then you need to fix that. But you're going to watch this part of his chest right here. What that does is allows you to be able to see when he blinks, when he changes his vision, when he wiggles his thumbs, where his feet are, all that stuff you can see from his sternum. Also, if you look at his face, you'll have a much greater tendency to want to fall for fakes. When people go like this or make some sort of facial expression, it's easier for them to fake you or feint you. Also, when you hit people, you get a couple of reactions. One, you hit them really hard and they turn back around and now they're really mad. And if you're looking at his face, sometimes that can kind of steal your courage. You're like, ooh, yeah, he's really pissed now. And so maybe you're not quite where you should be mentally. Other things is you hit him in the face and you see that it really hurt him. And so you can empathize with him a little bit too much, and that may cause a delay that can get you hurt. So you want to dehumanize him as much as possible. He's not really a person that you're fighting. He's simply angles of attack coming at you, vital targets that you're trying to hit, and body postures you're trying to manipulate. And so it'll be much easier to keep the proper mental focus if you concentrate right there. Especially when you bob and weave. If you look down, you'll get kneed in the face or kicked in the face and get knocked out. Okay, the next one is a forearm stuff off the uppercut. Okay, so he comes in, and he's just going to stuff it and cup his hand over it. Okay, the next one is an elbow deflection, which really just kind of redirects it, the uppercut. Okay, the next one is we go into holds for guntings. Guntings are the scissors motions that we covered in Panantukan Volume 1. The first one is gunting, vertical gunting. So he's going to put his arm underneath, real slow, just hold it out there, don't hit it please. Okay. So he's going to put his arm, the focus mitt, right underneath the back of his triceps, okay, as he extends this. And what that does is that gives that nice soft area there for Guru Chad to be working on. Okay, so vertical gunting. Good. One more time. Good. And that allows you to be able to hit much harder than you would be able to if you didn't have the pad there. You'd have to keep your hand open. You never really get to work on your hitting with your knuckles at the last minute, rolling your knuckles up, things like that. So this is very important. The next one is horizontal gunting. You just do the hold. Okay, puts his hand on the bicep and covers the bicep there. So as Chad hits that, he'll be able to hit that much more effectively. Okay, so horizontal gunting. One more time. Once more. All right. Now backhand gunting is exactly the same hold. Okay, so he does his parry and backhand gunting because that's the same targeting, the bicep of the arm. One more time. Very good. Now, the last one would be, for the guntings, would be a split entry hold. He's actually going to put that on his chest and give him the jab. Now, this is a trusting partner hold. So real slow. He has to trust that Guru Chad's not going to stuff him really hard and try and cave his chest in, and that he won't be able to, and that he won't miss enough to slip off and hit him in the chin and knock him out. So that's not a feed where you'd really get hit as hard as you can, but you can still put your knuckles in there and do the strike. So it's a split entry hold. One more time. Good. Now all those gunting holds, all these gunting holds could be used off the cross as well. Okay, we're not going to do that today just for the sake of tape. We don't want to eat up tape with that much repetition. But everything you did off the gunting holds, off the jab, you could also do off the cross. Okay, the last gunting hold is vertical gunting to elbow the tricep and elbow the bicep. So he does the tricep, and then he leaves it there for the elbow to follow right into the next hold. From there, he scoops it out, covers it on his chest, and that can be the bicep hold. Okay, one more time. So vertical gunting hold, right into the elbow. Chad scoops it, it goes right here. Now, of course, this elbow could be anywhere. Go ahead and go back. This elbow could be on the bicep, could be on the tricep, on the deltoid, on the chest. Go ahead. It could be in the face, but we're just going to put it right here, and it represents all of those. Now it's just minor distance fractions that separate whether that's going to be a bicep shot or a deltoid shot or a sternum shot or a chin shot. And to make it safe to train that, it's always right here on the chest and the arm. That makes it safe for Guru Chad to always be able to sweep it out, know it's going to be there, and not have to worry about hitting Danny if he misses the focus mitt. So one more time. Vertical gunting, elbow the tricep, elbow the bicep. Good, very good. So those are some of the most basic focus mitt feeds that we're going to be using today. And as we progress with more options off the jabs, more options off the cross and hook, we start putting that stuff together, you'll see how it's all going to fit together and how you need to have this stuff for the safety of your partner, and so that you can pick up the intensity and be hitting a little harder and a little bit more real time, real speed in the training. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go into options off the jab, okay, and we're going to show you how they work on the focus mitts. Okay, so this is Guru Chuck Giangreco, Guru Chad Silvas. They're going to be helping us out today. So this is a jab series. Okay, so the first one is inside vertical gunting. Just taps the focus mitt on the back of the tricep tendons. Okay, now it's speed. The next one is outside vertical gunting. Same thing, taps the tricep tendons at speed. Good. Third one is outside sungab, which is parry and finger jab over the top, right into the face, right into the eyes or into the throat. Good. The next one is inside sungab, which is finger jab. So he parries on the inside, finger jabs right to the face. One more time, please. Okay, from there, we go to inside salute, where he salutes with his rear hand, just brings it straight up like that and just taps the inside of the wrist. That can be a gunting with the knuckles on the inside of the wrist there. And it loads him up for if he throws the cross, the elbow cover is already in the same position. It's already ready. From there, we go to inside waslik. Waslik is a small hooking motion. And of course, as soon as he inside wasliks, he has to cover the second hand, because if he doesn't, go ahead and don't cover. If he doesn't, he gets bonged with the rear hand. So he has to cover that to make that happen. The next one's outside waslik, which is a tap and wrap, and it loads him up for the backhand gunting. Because we know as soon as we open that up, one more time, as soon as we open that up, it's going to open and make him want to throw the cross, which draws in that backhand gunting. Okay, so one more time. Good on the focus mitt. Good, one more time at speed. Good. Okay, so those are some of the basic options that we do off the jab. And what we'll do is, as we continue, those will always be options that you can take off the jab. So when we go to the cross, you'll see how the jab and the cross come together. And then we go to the hook, you'll see how all these start to fit together, make pieces of the puzzle. So one leads, what you do off the jab opens you up for the cross, which covers for the hook, or how those all correspond. Now we're going to cover some options off the cross. We're going to start off with a basic kicking series. This gives a variety of different kicking angles and different kicking heights. And so we're just going to run through these real slow. Danny Honeywell is going to demonstrate these for us. Start off with first is a sangat, or a reverse round kick. We'll start off low, and then middle, and then high, and it goes right on the neck. Okay, and then we'll show those off the cross. So how the timing there, low, middle, and high. Good. The next one is the sipa. The sipa will just start off nice and slow, and it's just kind of your foot's turned sideways, like a upside down side kick, so to speak, and it just kind of swings up. Okay, and so we'll start off real slow. First you have low to the knee, then middle, right to the hip, and then high fits right underneath the neckline, right across the neck. Okay, so against the cross, real slow. Good. Right on the hip line, and then right on the neckline. You have to allow the feeder time to get that back. Okay, so from there we have vertical gunting to the arm. He gives the feed, and he's going to toe kick him right in the back of the arm, right in the triceps of the arm. One more time. One real slow, please. There you go. That happens right when he extends the punch. And that can hit anywhere from the back of the elbow all the way to the armpit. Okay, so from there we're going to go to paglibat, or round kick. We start off with low, medium, and then high. And of course off the cross, those times when you put that in. Good. And of course they have pretty quick time there, but you might have to make sure that the feeder can get his feed back. Then same thing off the rear paglibat, or round kick. Middle, and then high. Good. Same thing, timing off the cross, how to put that in. Low, middle, and then high. The last thing would be the Duethorn, or the knee. And just going to pull, and you can pull the hand down. We demonstrated that a little bit in Panantukan Volume 1, how you pull the hand down into the knee for a destruction. Okay, so that would go right off the cross there. And so those are some of the basic options off of the cross, starting our kicking options. From there, we'll go into our hand options off the cross. Okay, now we're going to go into options off the cross. This is the outside vertical gunting series. Okay, so we start off with outside vertical gunting, number 1, outside vertical gunting and knee to the thigh. So we just go right off the cross. There you go. Outside vertical gunting and knee to the thigh. Number 2, he's going to hook. So he's going to give him the cross and then the hook, and he's going to cover an elbow, so he shoots straight in. Okay. Number 3, he's going to do vertical gunting, outside vertical gunting, and forearm to the neck, get the neck control, and then work his body hooks, his uppercuts, and his overhands. One more time, please. Forearm to neck, neck control, body hooks, uppercuts, and forearms. Okay. Number 4, same thing, vertical gunting, go straight into neck control. But this time when you hit him in the neck, or when you get control, neck control, he's going to bob and weave, and you're going to catch him into the guillotine. Then you work your body hooks, uppercuts from this side. So one more time, please. Get to your neck control, he bob and weaves out, catch him in the guillotine, body hooks, and uppercuts. Very good. Number 5 is exactly the same thing, but when you get neck control, he simply steps back out and tries to get away. So as he tries to get away, you go right into your cross, hook, cross. So he slid out of your control, so you do it again. One more time. Cross, hook, cross. Very good. 6 is the same thing, we just changed the follow-up combinations to cross, groin slap, and forearm the back of the neck. He shuffles out, cross, groin slap, and forearm, or Bogdanski. One more time, don't slide so far back out of the camera. And cross, groin slap, and forearm. Good. From there we go to 7, which is from your gunting, you go straight into your overhand. So from gunting straight into your overhand. Boom, and then right over the top. One more time, please. Very vertical gunting and overhand. Very good. Number 8 is we're going to do inside push kick to the knee. So he does his vertical gunting, the inside push kick to the knee, follow up with your hampak. Hampak just means hitting, so he gets to hit whatever that instructor feeds. One more time, please. Number 9 is outside elbow to the tricep. A lot of people do these guntings where you do multiple hitting on the arm, but you have to have options for what happens if he punches you. Although the hits can stun the guy, you can't really count on it. You know, gunting in general is a low percentage technique, so you can't count on it to stun him or knock him out or completely disable him. So you got to have covers and defenses from there. So number 9 is we do the outside vertical gunting and then elbow to the tricep. Then we're going to polisut that through, elbow to the face, go to the necktie, and from there you work on your hampak, work on your hitting. Again, whatever the instructor feeds. Okay, one more time. Good. 10 is exactly the same thing, but this time when you elbow the tricep, he hooks you, so you cover an elbow and tie up and work on your hampak. Body hooks, uppercuts, overhands. One more time. Good. And number 11 is when you elbow the bicep. So now real slow, please. You do your vertical gunting. You scoop that through and you elbow the bicep. Okay, he's going to catch that with his focus mitt. Okay. Now from right there, he's going to hook, real slow. And as he hooks, he turns and Chuck's going to elbow him in the face, slap him in the face and turn him down. Then from there, he's going to go into his hitting combination, which is overhand, uppercut, elbow. So he's going to forearm him in the back of the neck. That way, even if he has his hands up, he's just going to hit him behind his hands. So one more time, real slow. Scoop through the bicep. Boom, he hooks, real slow. Boom, gets elbowed in the face there, catches, pulled down, overhand, upward elbow. Now regular speed. Careful with the elbow. Okay, number B to that is exactly the same thing, but this time you just go straight to your necktie when he hooks. Your elbow and straight to your necktie. Boom, and necktie, and work on your hitting. Holding him in position, holding him off balance, holding him out of position so he can't defend or attack very successfully. That's one of the key elements that we're concentrating on. Okay, the last one is your arm wrap. So we go here, vertical gunting, elbow, he covers, he wraps the arm, goes uppercut, overhand, elbow. One more time, please. Wrap, uppercut, overhand, elbow. So he's uppercutting him in the body or trying to stand back up, overhanding him, trying to hit him behind the jaw, dislocate his jaw, break his jaw, and the elbows are trying to hit the shoulders, the bicep. As you rinse the arm forward, he comes flying into it. So those are some of the basic options off the cross and from the outside vertical gunting series. Okay, now we're going to continue on the cross options. This is going to go to the inside vertical gunting. Okay, so we'll start off with number 1. Off the cross, inside vertical gunting. Okay, from there you're going to ha-walk the throat, which is an open hand strike to the throat, scoop kick the groin, and follow up with your hanpak, or your hitting combinations. Hanpak just means hit. So again, it's only discerned by what the instructor feeds or what's open. Okay, number 2 is after your inside vertical gunting, you're going to go left elbow, right elbow, and necktie. Left elbow, right elbow, tie up and hit, and then hanpak. Good. One more time, please. Excellent. Very good. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to go to right elbow to the bicep, and then arm wrap to the hanpak. So here he switches to his right elbow to the bicep, arm wraps, and goes into his hitting combinations. Overhand, uppercut, elbow, that kind of combination. One more time, please. Real slow. Okay, inside vertical gunting, it turns elbows to bicep, which Danny feeds the focus mitt for, and then he goes to the arm wrap, and then his follow-up combinations. Excellent. Okay, from there we go to left downward elbow to, or left downward forearm to the neck, and tie up and hit. So there you go. So he's controlling with his left hand now. One more time. Run through it quick. So again, as soon as he gets on the inside of that vertical gunting, and he taps it up real slow, right there, he comes down to that forearm and gets control of him so that he can hit him more effectively. Okay, now some people either on your way to hit him on the neck or once you've grabbed him and you establish neck control, will bob and weave. Okay, so he's going to bob and weave the necktie, and he's going to go right into the kidney, uppercut, forearm. There you go. And then forearm the back of the neck. One more time. Nice, nice. Now it's the same thing, but as he bob and weaves, he's going to go to the guillotine, and he's going to do the arm hook, and then spin and hit him with the hook. So as he goes to neck control, he's going to bob and weave. He's going to tuck him into the guillotine, turn him, and hook underneath the arm. Okay, let's try that one more time. Try it from that side. Okay. Let's get a little slow. Inside vertical gunting, forearm the neck. He bob and weaves, goes into the guillotine, turns, and underneath the arm, hooks him in the face. Good. One more time at speed from that angle. Guillotine, lift the arm, boom, and hook right underneath it. Excellent. Good job. All right. So now from there, when you do your inside vertical gunting, he's going to hook. He's going to cover an elbow, real slow. Inside vertical gunting, cover an elbow. Then he's going to polissoot that and go to the necktie and throw to hammer and anvil. Good, real slow, stay there. We call this a hammer and anvil because the anvil will be the knee where he's braced on, and the hammers, of course, are obvious. Okay, so, and Danny would hold the focus mitt for him to let him be able to hit that. So one more time. Inside vertical gunting, he hooks, elbow, turn, to tie, throw, to hammer and anvil. Excellent. All right, now the last one, number 8, is he hooks, cover an elbow, pass. He passes that and double elbows to the spine. Now, if most of you people out there don't have elbows that can reach, or don't have arms that can reach back there, you might not be able to feed that. So he just throws the elbows real slow, pass that through, and bam, bam, double elbow to the spine. Okay, very good, guys. Okay, and those are your inside vertical gunting options off the cross. Okay, now we're going to go into the horizontal gunting series from the cross. And the first series we're going to do is when you horizontal gunting, which is, of course, hitting on a horizontal plane with one hand. This one's going to hit with so much power or it just barely grazes the target, and it's going to go all the way through the target. Most of the time it returns with some kind of backhand overwards. Okay, so Guru Chad Silva's going to run through this real quick. Number one, it's off the cross. Horizontal gunting goes through and follow up with a knee. Okay, so one more time. And that can go anywhere you want to throw it. Okay, the second one is you're going to go right into your back fist and tie up. So horizontal gunting, back fist, tie up, and then work your hitting. Okay, one more time. Go at your own time, your own speed. Good. Okay, number three is when you do that, when you come over your back fist, he blocks that. So horizontal gunting, you roll over your back fist, he blocks that. You're going to trap that, hammer fist down, forearm the back of the neck. Okay, do it again. One more time. Good. Number four is when he hooks. So you do horizontal gunting, back fist. He covers with elbows. Then from there, he's going to wrap the arm, go into his body hooks, his overhands, arm wrench forward, slinging forward, and then the elbow. One more time, real slow. Same thing. Horizontal gunting. Here he covers and elbows. Now he's going to pass that through, wrap the arm, uppercut, overhand, and wrench him forward into the shoulder. Okay, one more time. Very nice. Okay, the next option is exactly the same thing, but he's going to pass it through into a side tie. So here, boom, passes it through, goes into tie up, throws him down, goes into the hammer and anvil position. So one more time. Excellent, excellent. Very good. So those are some of the basic options off of horizontal gunting that goes through, and how you put those on the focus mitts and how you manipulate the partner a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go into continuing on the cross. This is the horizontal gunting stays inside. There's a lot of different reasons why it gets stuck inside or why you stay inside. One is you intentionally hit the bicep or the target on the arm and then bounce off into the guy. So there's a couple of different reasons why you wouldn't do that. The second one would be that you were going to hit and go all the way through. You hit it with everything you had, but you hit with so much of your hand, so high up on the limb, that it didn't actually rip all the way through. It just kind of gets caught there. So this is horizontal gunting, stays inside. We'll run through just a few options off that. So number one is you do horizontal gunting, stay inside, and then tie up and hold him, and then you work on your hanpak. You work on your hitting. Okay, so again. Good. Number two is he ties up and does a bondak, which is a technique where you snatch him down. Okay, then he goes to the forearm to the neck and then wraps him in a headlock. Okay, from there, let's do it again. So real slow. Does the bondak, pulls him down, and then he hooks him all the way behind the neck. And then goes to his hitting combinations. Okay, do it again. Excellent, excellent. Okay, number three is he does the right forearm to the neck and ties up, but he gets his arm out. So number one is he scoops him through and does the left elbow, ties up with the left arm, and then goes into his hitting combinations. Good. That quarter turn that he's doing, do it again. That quarter turn that he's doing once he's done his left elbow and tied him up, right there, spins him around so he has leverage and the guy he's hitting does not. Good, good. Again. Okay. The second option of that, or B, is he does the same thing. He does his bondak. The guy pulls his arm back, he ties him up, but he slips outside his grip, steps out, so you follow up with your hitting combination. So he's got him on the neck, but he just backed out of the way, and he just couldn't get control of him. So follow up. Very good. Next one is, from there you're going to go to your left forearm to pulling the head back. Okay, so one more time. So here, left forearm across the neck, pull the head back, and right forearm down on the throat. Now for training, we just put the focus mitt on the chest so you can downward hit on the chest, but should be on the throat. Okay, pull in, push across, bam. One more time. Let's switch sides. Okay, again, here, right here, slow, 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 slow. And good, good, and finish. Good, one more time, real slow. So here, he hits and then pulls that in. Hang on, we'll go back to the spawn dog. Pulls that elbow all the way to his chest, which gets him down. From right here, he just extends that left arm and shoots it straight across his throat, which turns the guy's head. It's very important. Once he shoots that forearm across, and that could also be a cross, but that forearm across his neck here, then his hand is in the way, so you can pull the face back out of the way, locking the guy's spine, and then drive him home. Good. All right, now run through it. Speed. Good. And then the last one, he does the same thing, but his left hand pulls him all the way to the ground. So he pulls him left hand all the way to the ground into the hammer and anvil position. Good. One more time. Excellent. Excellent. So those are a few options off the cross when your horizontal gunting stays inside, either by intent or by accident. Okay, now we're going to go into some options on the hook. Okay, so we'll just walk through these real slow. Okay, first is Danny's going to give him a hook. Just cover and elbow with the opposite elbow. And Danny catches it on the focus mitt, scoop it through, and go to your hitting combination. Good. Go again. Get your own place. Good. Second one is he covers and hits with the same elbow, and he covers the second. It's very important to cover that other hand, or you're going to eat that cross of that elbow. Okay, then again, pass it through, and cross, hook, cross. Okay, one more time, please. Good. Number 3 is he's going to cover and get neck control and full tie-up. Cover and get neck control. Now from here we go real slow. We go into A, which is the knee and SEPA combination. It's going to knee him on the inside of the thigh and kick him on the inside of the shin, trying to sprawl his base out so they can hit him more effectively. Good. You go ahead and do that again. The whole thing. Good. Okay. From there, we're going to go to, once you get full tie-up, we're going to go to neck bondak, which means jerking lock. We're going to pull him into head butts, real slow, head butts, shoulder butts, elbows. Basically, you're just putting him in between, in the meat grinder there. Okay. Okay. From there, once we tie him up, we're going to tuck him into the guillotine, and we have just our basic body work. We hit the body, we hit the face. You can hit the armpit. There's a wide variety of targets that you can hit from there. Okay. Now, a couple of options here is when we tuck him in the guillotine. Go ahead. When we tuck him in the guillotine, he pops his head up and out. So we forearm him in the neck and go into our hitting combination. Good. One more time, please. Good. Number 2 is he actually ducks or bob and weaves out from underneath the guillotine. And he goes right into a forearm right down on the focus mitt. Good. One more time, please. Good. Number 3 is he turns out. Chuck's going to lift his arm and hook him from underneath his arm. So here he turns him, passes him through, and hook right underneath his arm. Good. One more time. Nice. All right. Now from here, what we're going to do, fourth option, is we're going to go, Chuck's going to bob and weave. Now let's break down the basic element first. The first is as he bob and weaves, he's going to groin slap. Then he's going to shoulder slam him and put his hand in his throat. He reaches around, pulls the bicep, and goes to his hitting combination. One more time. Bob and weave, shoulder slap, shoulder bump. There you go. Spin around and right into his hitting combination. Excellent. Okay. The second one is he's going to spin him around and he's going to catch him by the back of the neck and shoulder. That's right. There you go. And then hit him from there. Good. The third one is halfway through his bob and weave, he's actually going to tie him up in a side choke position. Right there. From here, he gets his basic body hitting. He's going to hook over, hit him in the back of the skull, the back of the neck, and from there he could throw him in and put him in the hammer and anvil. Good. One more time, please. A half tie. Nice. Okay. From there we go to forearm the neck control with the same arm. So as he comes popping out of that, so go again, bob and weave, boom, spin him. No, go ahead and do spin. One more time. Bob and weave, spin around behind, spin him, and you forearm him with the same arm and go into neck control. And then you hit him from here. Good. One more time. So as soon as he whips him by with his arm, his right arm, he's going to forearm him right in the same arm. Boom. And get neck control. Right into his hip. Excellent. Now from number 5, as soon as he covers, he's actually going to use his left arm to pass it through. So number 5, elbow, pass it through, turn him, and double elbow the spine. You have to be careful unless you're, Gumby and you can put your arms back there and actually give a good feed like that. That's really hard for most people to do. So you'll just have to be careful. Okay, do it again, please. So cover, pass, and double elbow. Excellent. Next one is he's going to actually downward forearm to the neck control. Boom. There you go. Good. One more time. There it is. Good. The next is, as he bob and weaves, he does groin slap. He's going to shoulder bump him. The shoulder bump knocks him a little further away, so he goes ahead and cross, hook, cross. Didn't really get to tie him up, really didn't get to control him. He just kind of bumped away. So one more time. Nice. Then the last one on this series is he bob and weaves, does the side tie up and foot sector 6 to throw. Now a couple different options. We'll walk through them real slow. One is he steps through the other side. Go real slow. Steps through the other side. You can actually spin Danny and take him down. Okay? Or he could just whip him to the ground with the choke position. Boom. And whip him to the ground as we did earlier. Good. So those are some of the basic options, how we're going to get in our defenses against the hook and some of the routes that it leads into in control positions. Okay, in panantukan, they make a lot of use of what we call false lead. That is where you have your left shoulder, for example, your left foot forward, but you've turned or sidestepped off to the side, and your right shoulder is tilted forward. So even though my left foot's forward, my right hand is forward. So now this is my lead hand. And of course, it could be an opposite lead. And the reason that happens is because of the triangular footwork and the body shifting that we have in the Filipino martial arts that automatically puts you in that false lead. So we're going to be demonstrating some of the basic techniques out of the false lead. Okay? So we start off with a jab. These are defenses off the jab. The first one is he jabs back from underneath his jab. Again. So he just jabs, pops that right up there. Then the second one is he jabs and leans back a little bit and jabs over his jab. Just like that. One more time. The next one we're going to do is he's going to hook over the guy's jab. Exactly. One more time. Third one is he's going to finger jab right up the middle. Right like that. Exactly. One more time. Good. Next is backhand gunting to the jab because he's already in that loaded position. His body's already torqued. One more time. One more time. Next one is inside vertical gunting. Again, since the body's already torqued. Go ahead. Inside vertical gunting. One more time. Next is outside vertical gunting. So it's a slight body shift and outside vertical gunting. Works really good because people are already aiming at where you're at, which is shifted over to the side. So it's easy. It's a quick body shift and you're there way offline. The next one is slip outside and body hook. So as you slip that, same body rotation, so it's turn and hook. And then the last one, number 9, is slip outside, hook the face. Same body thing. Same body hook. Good. Okay, so now from right there, what we're going to do is we're going to go into options right off the cross. Okay? So the first one is he gives him is going to be cover with the right hand and hook right over or punch right over with the left. So this is cover and hit. One more time. The second one is outside vertical gunting. Again, because the body's already torqued, the mechanic's already there. Third one is horizontal gunting. This one you have to have a little bit more open posture with because your body is already torqued over to the side. You won't have as much power. So you got to make sure your arms are open so you can get the power for the horizontal gunting. The fourth one is a half knuckle jab right up the center with pinky pointed upward. Good. One more time. Remember we talked about in Panantukan Volume 1, shots that cut. So this shot with a half knuckle coming up the face like that is designed to cut people open. Good. The next one is the Bolo Punch, which is a back knuckle or uppercut strike, and then he steps forward into a regular uppercut. Okay, one more time. So Bolo Punch, uppercut. From there we go to number 6, which is Bolo Punch, but he pushes on the guy's chest and steps into his cross hook cross combination. Or basically, one more time. There you go. Boom, boom. Good. Okay, and then the last one is he does a split entry, which could be a half knuckle strike or a jab, and then rolls over to an ortobus or a back fist, and then right into his hum-pak combination. One more time. Very good. So from a false lead, those are some of the basic combinations off the jab and off the cross. Okay, now we're going to go into the false lead options off for the hook or off the hook. Okay, so the first one is you just use footwork to zone away from the hook. Okay, so just move out. Okay, so he can move out and move into his own hitting combination, and because his body's torqued, that's where he gets all that power. Okay, the second one, go ahead. The second one is a centerline jab. As he moves away from the hook, he just jabs that come right down the center. Yeah, go ahead and do your own follow-up. Good. The third one is he covers. So he's moved, but not quite enough. So he goes ahead and needs to cover that and catch what's left of that hook, and then follow up his own combination. And the fourth one is shoulder stop, because he's moving, he's got a wide angle inside that hook, and he gets that shoulder stop. Gets to follow up his own combination. Very good, guys. Okay, so those are some of the most basic combinations off our defenses, the false lead off the hook. Now we're going to go into mixing focus mitt concepts, which means that we're going to have guntings, we're going to have boxing combinations, different tie-up positions, things like that. We're going to start trying to put all this stuff together in some different feeds. So we're going to run through 22 of these real quick. We'll cover the first 5. Okay, the first one is 1-2 body hooks, simple feed. 1-2 body hook. Again. Next one's parry cover. So he does a parry the jab, parry the cross, cover the hook, return a hook, cross hook. Again, please. Okay, the third one is he slips the jab, and he's going to return a cross hook, cross. Slip and cross hook, cross. One more time. The fourth one is he's going to roll out. Well, this is off of a lead hook. He's going to bob and weave and step back. So he's back out. Now come back. Let's do it again. If he just bob and weaves the hook, he'll be right there when the cross comes. Boom, he'll still be in the same spot. So when you bob and weave, sometimes you want to bob and weave and slip out, roll out, and then step back in with your double jab. So this is roll out, double jab. Roll out, double jab. One more time. Roll out, double jab. And by holding the two focus mitts like this, it simulates range. He actually has to move in from this one and back into that one. Okay? And then the last one, number 5, would actually be catch. And he's going to catch the body hook, uppercut with the same hand he covers with, and then follow up with his combination. One more time. Catch, uppercut, cross hook, cross. Now on the other side, it's catch, uppercut with the same hand, and then hook, cross hook. Catch, uppercut, cross hook, cross. One more time. Okay, so those are the first 5 of the mixing feed concepts. All right, now we're going to keep on with the series. We're going to go to number 6. Number 6 is backhand. So when he gives him a cross, he's going to do backhand shoulder roll, backhand gunting, then follow up with his cross hook cross. Okay, so again. Good. Turn up a little bit. Good. Number 7 is forearm. When somebody shifts forward to body hook or something like that, you forearm shiver them in the neck, you hold on to them, and then from there you work them from there. You're hitting them in the body, you're working from there. Good. One more time, please. Forearm, turn, and good. If he shifts the other way, you forearm on the other side. There you go. Post him off. Boom, boom, boom. Good. One more time. It's important to post him off. Get his head going so that you can hit him more effectively. He's off balance, stumbling, fumbling. Next one is a very similar concept, but a little further away. You're palming. So this is palm. You post on his head, cross, uppercut, cross. You can actually take your hand off if you need to. And bang, bang, bang. Good. And palm on the other side. Good. And then the last one is anytime that Danny would be in the middle of a combination, Chuck would yell finish, and that means finish with a kick. And of course, it'll be whatever kick he feeds, which means to him, when a focus mitt pops up, that's an opening. And so if he puts that there, that means that's where the opening's at. If he puts it up here, that's where the opening's at. And although the Filipino martial arts didn't really kick the head level much because of the use of weaponry, still good for targeting, still good if there's empty hand altercations, and still good for athletic prowess. So number 10 would be finish. 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 Good. Okay, so that would be 6 through 10 on the mixing concepts for focus mitts. Okay, continuing the mixed feeds for the focus mitts, we're going to move into number 11, which is stop. Okay, he's going to intercept a wide hook. So he intercept the hook. He's going to cover and elbow. Okay, from there he does his other elbow and wraps to the side tie position. Okay, from there he hits multiple targets. Which hits the kidneys, hitting his uppercut, overhand, punching him in the back of the skull, the base of the skull, the spine, all those variable targets. Okay, do it again. Okay, good. Okay, go. Do it again. Good. All right, break. Okay, now this one is he's going to intercept or stop the cross and does the same thing. It's a wide cross. Yeah, switch sides. Okay, and he's going to do the same cover, hit, boom, spears him with the elbow. This time he does the the arm wrap. Now he does his uppercut overhand combination into the arm wrench and the elbow. Okay, so again, your own speed. Good. One more time. Good. Okay, from here we're going to go to number 12, which is under over. He's going to slip the jab. Then he's going to right overhand over the jab, left body hook, bob and weave the hook. He's going to cross, groin slap, and forearm. So one more time. Over, under. Slip over, boom, boom, bob and weave, cross, groin slap, double forearm. One more time. Under, over. Good. Okay, the 13 is the same thing, but as he bob and weaves, he's going to go to the half tie-up position and hit. So it's under jab, overhand, body hook, bob and weave, half tie-up position, tie him up, and hit him from there. Work the kidneys, work the base of the skull. Okay, very good. Number 14 is the double hook. Probably need to switch sides for this one, guys. Okay, very good. Okay, 14 is double hook. He's going to parry the jab, horizontal gunta cross. From there, he's going to go body hook, cross, hook, cross. There you go. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. So now we have two hooks, one high, low and one high. Again, parry, horizontal gunting, body hook, high hook, cross hook, cross. Good. Number 15 is double body hook. So he's going to parry the jab, slip outside the cross, body hook, bob and weave, right body hook, right overhand, left uppercut, right cross. So one more time. Double body hook. One more time, real slow. Parry the jab, slip the cross, left body hook, bob and weave, left body hook, right overhand, uppercut, cross. Okay, so go ahead and do it at your own speed. Very nice. Okay, so those are the next 5 of the basic mixed feeds concepts. Okay, now we're going to continue on with or finish up the mixing, the focus mitt concepts. We're going to move right on to number 16. Number 16 is a bob and weave, but you're actually going to dive straight in under. So you're actually almost like you're going to put your head on his chest. So off the hook, he dives in, and then he's going to step quarter turn out, and then follow up with his hitting combination. One more time. So it's like you want to put your head under their armpit, and then quarter turn out. Then the same thing off the opposite side. Good. One more time from the other side, from that side. Quarter turn out. Good. Okay, the next one, 17, is a triple slip. Now when people jab at you, they don't jab in the center the whole time. So actually what's going to happen is he's going to jab at him where he's now, and he's going to slip. Now, hold it out there for me. And now, since he's missed that one, when he pulls his hand back, he's going to jab it where he is now. So he's over there. Now he pulls his hand out, he's going to jab where he is then. So he's actually, looks like he's missing. If you have a good focus mitt guy, it looks like he's missing, but he's actually jabbing it where you are, not in the center. So one more time, this is triple slip. Good. Okay, and your own follow-up combination. One more time, please. Okay, number 18 is triple slip, bob, and weave. So we're going to triple slip 3 jabs, then bob and weave the cross, and follow up his own combination. One more time. Triple slip, bob and weave. Nice. Okay, number 19 is triple slip, bob and weave into double body hook. So triple slip, bob and weave, left body hook, bob and weave, right body hook, overhand, uppercut, cross. One more time. Triple slip into bob and weave, double body hook. Very nice. Okay, number 20 is, very good, 20 is dive under, backhand cross, triple slip with a finish. Dive under, backhand gunting the cross, triple slip, and cross it, cross, and finish. Okay, one more time. So again, we're only calling out the things that are the cues for his defensive structure when he does something. So as soon as he gets that, he gets the opportunity to follow up and hit with his cross up cross or cross uppercut cross or whatever he wants to feed. So one more time. Dive under, backhand gunting cross, triple slip, and finish. Good. Okay, from here we go to number 22, so longest of the sequences. Okay, we'll go real slow. Parry the jab and the cross. Roll out underneath the hook, double jab. Vertical gunt the cross, left body hook, left uppercut, trap the forearm, tie up, and then work from there. Body hooks, uppercuts. Good. All right, I'm just going to step out of the way, let these guys go. So number 16, dive under, turn out. Other side, dive under, turn out. Number 17, triple slip. Number 18, triple slip, bob and weave. Number 19, triple slip, bob and weave into double body hook. Number 20, dive under, backhand gunt the cross, triple slip and finish. '21, 1-2 body hook, cover the hook, pass and tie, spin out and finish. Exactly, just like that. And 22 to finish up is parry the jab cross, roll out double jab. Then vertical into cross, that's right, body hook, tie up, and work the body. Excellent. Good job, guys. Okay, so that kind of finishes up the 22 feeds for mixing the focus mitt concepts. So as you can see, there's combinations of forearms, there are groin slaps, there are pushes, there are tie-ups, there are basic boxing combinations, there are guntings. It's putting all those different hitting elements into the mix that make panantukan so diverse. You know, you see some different striking systems that have close range striking. You see some that are long range striking. You see some that work well, you know, in different environments. But this is really a very well-rounded striking structure, and we use it as the base striking structure for our whole curriculum. Because it has good jabs, cross hooks, body mechanics, power. It's got all the stuff that fits in there. And when you take all these and you put them in focus mitts and you put them in glove drills, it really turns out to be a very efficient striking structure. Okay, that wraps up our Panantukan Volume 2. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope that it helps along your progression of developing your empty hand skills, particularly through the Filipino martial arts. I'd like to thank my assistants today, Guru Chuck Giangreco, Guru Chad Silvis, and Guru Danny Honeywell. They did a fantastic job today and did a really good job of representing the material. I'd also like to thank Guru Dan Asano, who through all of his hard work and years of dedication has continued to spread martial arts from all over the world, in particular the Filipino martial arts. I really think that without him, that Filipino martial arts would be back in the dark ages. You know, it'd be in the shadow of mainstream martial arts. One of my friends mentioned to me one time that before Dan Inosanto, the only way you could make a living with the Filipino martial arts was to crack heads and kill people, and since Manong Dan has promoted the beauty and the art of the Filipino martial arts, that people actually develop their lives and improve their lives and teach it and do seminars and all that stuff. So it's a big deal that Manong Dan has made the Filipino martial arts such a thing that everybody can get to it now. Everybody can study videos, everybody can do seminars, things like that. So we'd like to say thanks to Manong Dan. And of course to the people who bought the tapes. We appreciate your help, we appreciate your support in Warriors Way International and supporting the Lacoste Inosanto system. And we look forward to seeing you on future tapes. Thank you very much. Okay, this is an introduction for our Mafalindo video series. Mafalindo Silat is Guru Dan Inosanto's personal Silat system. It's a blend of Malaysian, Filipino, and Indonesian Silat systems. And Guru Dan's trained with so many different Silat instructors that the only way you could truly pay respects to them all is through a blend system where you could teach their information freely. We're very fortunate because there's not a lot of people out there who are certified to teach Mafalindo Silat, and we're very fortunate to get to train with him, represent his system. And so this is our introduction to the Mafalindo video series.
Watch them flee. Watch them flee. Watch them flee. Hip hop heads. You do it like this. Projects round, the next sound reflects a complex hybrid dialect now. Detect the mesh of many elements compressed down, the melting pot of a super futuresque style. The combination of a vocal caress with lungs that gasp for breath from emotional stress with special effects. In a distorted collage, carefully lodged between beats of a rhythmic barrage. It's going down, the logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line to blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down, a logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line to blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men did the 10th degree. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creep. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men did the 10th degree. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record creep. Put it on. It goes like this. You do it like this. Once again it is composed sentences altogether venomous. The four elements of natural force projected daily through the sound of the source. Everybody on board as we blend the sword with the pen. The mightiest the weapon swinging right for the chin to elevate mental states long gone with the wind to defend men from shoddy imitation pretends it's going down. Style assimilation readily trekking through the weaponry of a pure pedigree. Cleverly seeing through whatever is ahead of me. Whatever the weather weather be. We advancing steadily. It's going down subterrestrial hot. A rhyme regiment that's calling the shots. Execution of collaborative plots, ready to bring the separation of style to a stop. It's going down. A logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line. To blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. X-Men about to blast off worldwide. X-Men about to blast off worldwide. You do it like this. About to blast off worldwide. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. Going down. It's going down. Going down. It's going down. Going down. It's going down. Going down. Going down. Put it on. It goes like this. Going down. Do it like this. Going down. Put it on. It goes like this. Going down. You do it like this. Watch them flee. Watch them flee. Watch them flee. Hip hop heads. You do it like this. Going down. It's going down. 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 The rhythm projects round. The next sound reflects a complex hybrid dialect now. Detect the mesh of many elements compressed down. The melting pot of a super futuresque style. The combination of a vocal caress with lungs that gasp for breath from emotional stress with special effects. In a distorted collage, carefully lodged between beats of a rhythmic barrage. It's going down. The logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line. To blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down. A logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line. To blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. Going down. Put it on. It goes like this. You do it like this. Once again it is composed sentences altogether venomous. The four elements of natural force projected daily through the sound of the source. Everybody on board as we blend the sword with the pen. The mightiest the weapon swinging right for the chin. To elevate mental states long gone with the wind. To defend men from shoddy imitation pretends it's going down. Style assimilation readily trekking through the weaponry of a pure pedigree. Cleverly seeing through whatever is ahead of me. Whatever the weather be, we advance steadily. It's going down subterrestrial hot. A rhyme regiment that's calling the shots. Execution of collaborative plots, ready to bring the separation of style to a stop. It's going down. A logical progression on the timeline. The separation narrowed down to a fine line. To blur the edges so they blend together properly. Take you on an audible odyssey. Now it's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. Going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. Going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax in your record crate. X-Men about to blast off worldwide. X-Men about to blast off worldwide. You do it like this. About to Blast off. Worldwide. It's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. It's going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax and you wreck your creek. It's going down. Put it out for the world to see. LP and X-Men to the 10th degree. It's going down. Nobody in the world is safe when we melt down the wax and you wreck your creek.